Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of Malt and Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. Pretty unbelievable, we are already at 20, as it seems like 2 minutes ago we had just decided to start recording this thing. So I suppose my first thank you is going to be to all of you out there who are following us on Instagram, following us on Twitter, watching the Twitch stream, checking out the videos on YouTube. I know we had a few people contact us this week to say they'd been watching, been following along, and were enjoying it so far. So an absolute massive thank you to you guys. Also a massive thank you to my players for getting us this far. As without them, I would just be another lowly DM battling my way through campaigns and homebrew worlds, and probably pulling my hair out. As always, our usual shout outs to our tools that we use, so D&D Beyond, to Hero Forge for the awesome character creation tools they've got, to Incarnate for the mapping tools, to Tabletop Audio, and I think that's it. I will also again talk about our affiliation with BattleBards, so if you're looking for that cool bit of ambiance with your new game, sound effects, those sorts of things, then go across to BattleBards, register, whack in the coupon code or discount code of Malt and Magic, all one word, and get yourself a cheeky discount. My usual warnings apply: adult humour, adult language. With that, let's roll.
Episode 20!
Hello. I'm glad you put me on mute while Matt was doing the intro, because I forgot and I was just chumping away to myself.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. I'm on it, don't worry.
And I always like to pretend to play the synth when the title sequence is on.
Who doesn't piss around during the title sequence? It's like
all of us. We
unwritten rule, surely.
Yeah.
The trouble is, in this way, we can't,
So,
distract Matt when he comes back. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to give my broadband another quick test, because in true tech style, trying to stream, record anything, the DM's broadband is having issues tonight.
Woo! That's what I like.
We do indeed. So, while it seems to be fairly stable, we left off last week with effectively a bit of a library mission, if you want to call it that, and also some attunement exercises, a little chat with a distiller, to the point where we left off back in 3 of the Montmaster's Keep, chilling out, relaxing, all cool. And yeah, that's where we'll begin our evening. And Bothrid did provide you a hearty meal the evening before, having been left to his own devices to go shopping. But yes, we begin our evening with you guys having just woken up in building number 3.
Did indeed.
And we will start there.
When you say start our evening, you mean our evening, our time, not in-game. It's night time.
When I say begin our evening, I mean begin our D&D session with you guys waking up in night.
Sorry, yeah. I think I just had a brain fart there. Thank you. Oh, right, I'm on it.
Alright, Dargon wakes up, goes down, makes some tea, and gets hit by a tabaxi.
Devilish fiend.
Rogue tabaxi flies through the window and just smacks Dargon in the face.
Roll initiative. No. No. Comes down, makes tea, and just waits for everyone else to wake up. Probably finding a few bits and bobs from what Bothrid's got. Breads and dried cured hams. Makes breakfast. Waits for everyone to wake up.
Cool. I will say it doesn't take long for Bothrid to come join you at all.
Well, Bothrid gets some breakfast.
When Ander wakes up, he's actually going to do some. He's never actually done before, and he's gonna wake up, get all his stuff on, get all his stuff together, put all his equipment on, and then he's just gonna have a little word in his head to ask the Dryad spirit to bless him on this day.
Okay, make me a nature check, please, sir.
Ooh. Brilliant. 6.
So you speak
Here's
silently
hoping.
to the Dryad spirits. As far as you're concerned, the message got through. There is no response.
It's early, she must not be up yet. Okay. Think nothing more of it.
Okay.
It was just a passing thought. I'll go down to breakfast.
Excellent. And you head downstairs to find Bothrid and Dargon tucking into... Dargon, what have you prepared for breakfast this morning?
Just some breads, dried ham, just stuff that was from, that I knew that Bothrid had already got. Some tea, whatever herbal tea or whatever he's managed to get. That's about it. Just nice and simple.
Good stuff.
Welcome change to the jerky that we take around us with us.
Yep. Yeah.
The dried
Definitely.
rations.
Dried rations, yeah.
Yeah. I'll take a seat at the table, pour myself a brew, start tucking in.
Cool. And Kirik.
Kirik's usually up by this time. Where is he?
Waking up and realizing it's quite late. I will just kind of gather my things and head down. And as I head down, I will greet my companions.
Morning, Carrick.
Morning.
Grab some breakfast.
I will do, yes. Thank you. Grab myself some food
Cool. So as you
and some
all
tea.
wake up, partake of some food, and begin to settle into this fine morning. What we are going to say is, for the sake of brevity, we're going to decide on some things we want to do over the rest of the week, and then we will tackle the Mephisto encounter at the end of the week, and then we will decide where we are going. So, what would
Must
we
have
like
read
to
our
do during
minds.
the week?
Because we wanted to time skip too. This is where we need montage music. So it's just like a montage of Ander practicing with his bow and arrow,
We're gonna
Kirik
need a
reading a book,
montage.
Dargon colouring in pictures and smoking cigars.
That's not far off.
Can Dargon colour in between the lines?
No, but you can still colour.
No, of course he can't.
Especially when he's...
Can
Hot
you
tub
imagine
of cigars. You're like,
the size of the crayon that he would need for his hand?
It's like holding it like that.
I had a Deadpool moment there. It's going to feel huge in this hand. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, definitely trying out the new skills of the attuned items that Dargon has, and also just spending that interdispersed with a couple of hours of reading of all the other books that he found, just to try and get all of them in.
Can we have a Top
Okay, so
Gun
with that
shirtless
reading,
volleyball
that-
scene as well, please?
with that reading and that study, what are you aiming to achieve?
If I can remember what books they were, I think we had 2 books on the battle, on sort of battle sort of things. So again, it was just more about covering the, yeah. You're already good in battle, just trying to get a little better strategy and stuff like that. I think that was the 2, and probably was the other one something about using warhammers, probably. Again, it's just general knowledge, so
Yeah,
that when
so
you
there
actually
was...
go there.
You had the book of battle strategy, and then the other one, which was hammers in combat, nail your enemies,
That's the one.
which is sort of an introduction on how to use warhammers,
Yeah.
their ins and outs.
So I mean, you know,
Don't say EDM doesn't deliver on a few things.
bloody brilliant book. I love it. Yeah, just that really. So not Dave is not looking for anything personally out of that one. It's just more the fact that he wants to, he wants Darwin to read some books.
That's cool. So, Ander, what are you aiming to get out of the week?
So, although I've practiced with the bow, and I feel a little bit more confident with it. What I want to do, I want to practice more with that to make sure I'm super duper confident for when, because I see us heading to Yksalion and then probably into more trouble. So I want to make sure I feel confident and ready to help my friends as and when. But also, I'm gonna also practice me skills that I'm a bit shit at through lack of practice. So I will practice picking the lock of my door and using like mage hand to juggle just to keep up my skills and entertain myself in the downtime.
Good stuff. Carrick?
Oh boy. Study the books. So there are two that would be interested in studying. So the Iliad and its Mysteries book, and then the Legend of the Brother Kings. The two books that I'll be spending my week studying.
Okay. So, Dargon, as you're not aiming to get really anything out, we won't do anything with you for now. We'll just send you, or say you spend the week training, doing a little bit of study.
Yeah.
Generally brushing up on battle tactics, nailing your hammer, and just getting more familiar with your new attuned items.
Probably just trying to
every now
feel
and
a
again.
little sort of fitter, knowing this is now a heftier warhammer. Presumably not really difficult for Dargon, but definitely feels heavier than the swords.
Indeed. And you do spend some time actually just throwing things and sort of Jedi mind trick from, or force pull, I should say. Sorry, Star Wars fans. Force pulling those items back to your hand.
Just to piss them all off by doing
And
stuff.
I am.
Yeah, exactly what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Han Solo aboard the Enterprise. You're all good.
Yeah. You're a wizard, Harry.
And I am going to need you to make me a. Let's go with a straight dexterity check, please, but add your proficiency bonus.
27.
Yeah. By the end of this week, you have got this bow absolutely nailed down to a pinpoint. You can fire multiple arrows in quick succession and hit exactly the same pinpoint marking, to the point where you're even splitting arrows, shoving arrows further into a target, requiring a lot of guards with sort of slide hammers and tools to actually extract these arrows from the targets by the time they're finished. Cool. That was it for you, wasn't it? Oh, and practicing your lockpicking skills. So I'm going to say now make me some sleight of hand checks, please. I'm going to say make me 3. Add your proficiency bonus to these.
26 on the first one, 18 on the second one, 28 on the third one.
Nice. So with all of them, doesn't take you very long, and you start going around the house actually, and some of the other properties around, just literally like, yeah, I'm in, straight in. Even to the point where you surprise a couple of
on the
people.
toilet or in the shower or anything, did I?
And one person you do sort of, you're not quite sure what this building is, but you just unlock it and you find somebody on the Kazi, sort of mid-squeeze, and to say they cack their pants is sort of irrelevant. But the shock does take them by surprise.
I'm happy with that.
And you are re-familiarised with your lockpicking skills. I think that was it. So
I was practicing
Kieran,
my mage
I
hand.
need you to make.
Fucking about with that, but that was about it. Similar thing now.
Yeah, so we'll say
Same check,
with the
innit?
mage hand as well. It's doing that same sort of thing. refamiliarizing yourself with how Mage Hand works, using it as part of those lock-picking tests, and just being generally sneaky, a bit thievish. Thievish? Is that even a word? It is now.
And where the bloody hell is my cape? Will you bloody well give that back?
Hooray.
In a true Harry Potter-like club moment, you do manage to sneak
I'm just
Bottom's
holding it
vicious
with my
club
mage hand,
and
just
hold
out
it
of
over his head.
Daragon's reach. He's like jumping for it, like. Which is pretty high off the ground. I hope we've got high ceilings in the house.
Good stuff. Kirik, I need you to make me 2 intelligence checks, please.
I'll be using enhanced ability for this. Straight intelligence.
Just straight intelligence checks, please, yeah.
16.
16. And the first one? Second one?
15.
15, okay. So, as you spend a week sort of reading the book titled Liad and Its Mysteries, it becomes very apparent that this book is about the forest. And while it is a good read, all it actually does is pose more questions. It doesn't really provide any answers. There's a lot of guesses, a lot of hypotheses, a lot of theories around why Phaliad is the way it is. The only true conclusion that anybody has been able to come through as part of this book is that there must be a planar portal which encompasses a great deal of the forest itself.
Fucking knew it. Playing a portal within.
Called it!
Yeah, we called it, didn't we?
Matt didn't have that idea until we said it.
That's not terrifying at all.
What, like walk into the woods and what?
As you read, or spend some time reading the second book as well, The Legend of the Brother Kings, a lot of the story is already familiar to you. Mm-hmm. You see that scribbled in the margins, where it talks about the original king of Yksalion. There has been some notes added, quite recent, and you can see the name Gare sort of scribbled into the corner. And on one page, where it talks about the lost bloodline, and you spend a bit of time delving into this. Again, there are some scribbled notes with Ander and a question mark in the margin. As far as you can tell from reading, there were no sons or heirs of the 3 brothers. But what you do manage to find out is that where 2 brothers died, one simply went missing and was never seen again.
Holy shit!
2 brothers died.
He'll turn up in season 2.
Did I find any notes on a banished wizard within those cults?
Not within those particular books, no.
Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, during
There
the
were
week I
talks
would be.
There were talks of wizards of the courts, but nothing specific about any wizards being banished or punished in any way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, during the week I'd be giving this information to Ander, Dargon, and Bothrid, and I'd also be spending some time just kind of overseeing Ander and Dargon's training. Probably get a few swings of the mace into some of the dummies, but nothing too strenuous. Mostly just observing.
Did the book say which brother was missing? Of course it didn't.
Gotta roll a natural 20 for that name.
Yeah.
Can't give you all the fucking answers, mate.
I need to spoon feed
Cool.
him as
So
best I can,
Bothrid during the
to be honest.
week spends time tying up the house, to be honest. By the end of the week, there are rose vines growing up the outside and flower bushes around the outside as well. But he also spends quite a significant amount of time in the training ring as well, practicing with the double-bladed quarterstaff.
I'd do a bit of work with Bothrid as well, just trying to get tactics as the two guys who now run in a lot, so sort of trying to get a few tactics with us together. Trying to do.
I'll get in on that action.
Yeah, trying to flank, and then discussing with Kirik and Ander about how to take down our enemies quickly, or give them disadvantages, or just try and do a lot of like nasties to them, so that we can then just go in and hit them quite easier. So that's the kind of thing that we try and do if we're all out there, and especially when Kirik comes out the library to start hitting stuff with his mace.
Roll me an athletics check, please.
Cool.
Same with you, Ander.
Oh, I'm really shit at athletics.
19.
8.
Okay. By the end of the week, Dargon and Bothrid are almost in sort of a dance flow as they move through movements. And where Ander joins in, there's a couple of moments where some of your arrows go a little bit astray, but even you two manage to fit into this flow. And Bothrid, in a grace you've not really seen from him before, is spinning this double-bladed quarterstaff around almost effortlessly, and is striking. There's just a whole martial flow to it. Then when he switches to that great club, you can see almost a switch flick in his mind, and it becomes, rather than this flow of martial skill, just a feat of brute strength as he is just pounding into things. And you manage to sort of work out some battle tactics between the four of you about how you can flow through and how to work together effectively as a team. And the week begins to pass. You are sat one lunchtime in the house. Kirik sort of finishing up studying a couple of the books. Bothrid's finishing preparing a meal. And just sort of tarting up the fletching on one of the arrows. And Dargon giving his hammer a good polish. Not the shaft, just the end. And a knock at the door can be heard.
Who is it?
I come from Mephisto.
Ah, it's your delivery, Ander.
Ooh. I'll go and answer the door. I did pay for next day delivery, but I'll let it slide.
There is a small man who is there. Yes, he asks you come at once. And he just holds a piece of parchment out to you.
Oh. What does it say?
To read the parchment, it says, "My friends, the work is done. Come see me at your earliest convenience." And there is a big flourish of a signature on Mephisto.
I look over
Sort
Ander's
of a
shoulder.
hoof print right at the bottom.
Our toys are ready. Gather your stuff. We need to get to Mephisto's.
Ah, good. I was hoping to get a few more mundane items from him.
Thank you, little leprechaun. Tell him we'll be right there.
Charming as always.
This guy sort of looks at you, peers, sighs, shakes his head, bows and scampers off. Always making friends.
He seemed quite a nervous little fellow. I was trying to break the ice, but obviously it didn't go very well. That's per usual.
Backhanded compliments and insulting him, but apart from that, it was all good. That's just under for you. To be
Good
fair.
stuff.
Yeah.
So you head over to Mephisto's shop, and as always, you walk in, and there is a moment where your brains just can't quite compute the fact that outside this is a simple 2-story building. As you go in, this is like a massive warehouse of items with that wooden counter in the front.
I don't think I'll ever get used to this effect.
stands there.
No, me neither.
Mephisto stands there, hands sort of in front of him. Welcome, friends. I hear you've been busy this week.
I hear our new toys already.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm liking this Warhammer very much, Mephisto. It's doing some great damage out there. Let's see what it's like in our future fights.
And I think it's safe to call me a bowmaster now. I am lethal with this thing. Put an apple on your head, let me show you.
Let's not. We want him to give us, take more of our coin in the future.
Okay, yeah, alright.
And he's a bit sort of confused. And you can see his hand had gone underneath the bench. And then just comes back up.
It was either for an apple or a shotgun.
Yeah.
So he then turns and pulls out this shimmering sort of almost like a blonde, light brown cloak and lays it on the counter. Bothrid, I think you'll be pleased with this one. Powdered the skull and fused it into the cloak. You now have some of the abilities the Chimera would have. And hopefully this will see you through. You can come across a dragon. Might be worth seeing if you can have a quick chat with it. I would like to see if that would work. Bothrid goes
What
up,
is this?
swoops the cloak on, and the lion head just comes down, and where there was just lion eyes before, there is a distinct glittering to those lion's eyes. And sort of the little ears stick up, the big mane around Bothrid's. And you can see Bothrid sort of flex a little bit. And that's what we'll do for now. He then, or Mephisto then, reaches underneath, takes out, when I go back to my notes, a pin and a ring, and places them down. And I believe these are the other two items, boys. Your pin, Ander, and the ring for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hopefully they will suffice.
I put the pin on me, check it out, stab myself in the tip with it a little bit, but then fasten it on my cape. What do I feel?
And as you do prick yourself with
A
the
small
pin,
prick.
rather than feel a surge of pain, you actually feel a surge of vitality.
It's amazing what a little prick will do.
Yep. That's my wife, she'll tell you.
Too many times. That's it. Good night.
Oh, well, he went there.
That's what I call it. So I feel invigorated. I feel almost invincible as my HP goes up to 65. Like a bad man.
65.
Badass. Change that on here.
I mean, considering I was at 49 2 weeks ago, I am fucking invincible now. Come at me, bro. Oh, Mephisto, you have worked wonders. I feel amazing.
And as you look at the ring, Kirik, there are the tiniest veins blue throughout the platinum now.
Thank you, Mephisto. This is fine work.
For nothing less.
Mephisto, before we go, I wonder whether I might be able to get a few just normal items off you, nothing to the ilk of what you've finally created for these two. I was wondering whether you had a lantern.
Always happy to take your coins, boys.
I know you are.
A lantern.
Yeah, simple lantern, doesn't need to actually have any oil chamber or anything, or more than welcome for it to have one, but preferably one that we can shut the sides on. And also, if you've got a bag of ball bearings.
And I look at Dargon quizzingly like,
I think
what the fuck's he on ball bearings for?
Yeah, Eric is looking as well, like, that's not your style.
I think I can certainly find both.
And what? Hold
Very
your horses.
mundane items. They
No pun intended. While you're in the back, can I please have a herbalism kit? Hang on. Can I just check? Is that a hate crime? In the... No, I've just committed. Is that okay?
I don't know, but it's comedy gold. Oh, Jesus.
fucking hell.
Hold your horses.
For those not paying
Mephisto
attention, he's a centaur.
flashes at you briefly, nods, and disappears off around the back. And he comes back with a small pouch, which, as he places onto the counter, you can hear sort of the thump and the rolling around of ball bearings. There is a small wrapped bundle that he places down, and then it looks pretty beaten up, but an old lantern with some sides that you can shut. Just some simple glass in it. Anything else, boys? Sure I can't offer you anything more special?
I think you've took enough of my money.
Did we
But
clear him out
I am-
last time with healing potions and shit?
I've got some, yeah.
You,
I've got a greater healing
you
potion,
bought
yeah.
some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember if I added them to my inventory. I don't know, because I think we
Oh,
were just so excited.
actually, while I think on it, I've got my special quiver. So it's got a section for arrows, isn't it? And then it's got two other sections, but I don't necessarily... I'm not a javelin thrower type or a spear throwing type, am I? So no. I've got... my arrows are at capacity, so actually I can't really fit any more arrows in. Never mind.
Anything else, gentlemen? Or will that be all?
I'm alright. Cheers.
Yes, I believe that is all. Thank you,
7
as
gold in
always.
total then, boys. In fact, for that comment, and that'll be 10 gold just for the kit. 3 gold for you, dog.
Touche! Well played. Well played. And I'll hand over 10 gold. And a wink.
And he sort of slightly grins, chuckles to himself, slides over the kit, and it slides over the items to Dargon. Well, gentlemen, do stop back in when you return. I assume you will be on your way now.
It's assuming we make it back from Yksalion, yes? Wish us luck.
Yksalion, oh, heading out that way to investigate that strange whatever it is happening over there.
Yes.
So,
Do you know anything of it?
I was about to say, no point in asking what you know of it then.
Just strange folk apparently, and strange dealings. There was apparently a camp that sprung up there, but beyond that, I don't get many details. Only what passing patrons tell me.
To save me a trip back to the keep, I don't suppose you know of the battle that took place there many moons ago.
I know some. Not a lot. It is said the battle was not down to the powers that raged over this land. Instead, apparently, a great creature was to be protected. And the battle resulted in not only the death of the creature, but also the destruction of the supposedly great kingdom of Yksalion. In its stead, the forest grew, and all that remains of the kingdom is the castle, or the ruins of the castle. But this is mere myth, mere legend. I have no facts to base it on.
I mean, we've come to learn that myth, legend is close to fact when it comes to Nyland. More often than not, so.
It's more than we knew a few days ago.
Much. Yes.
It was a fair assessment.
Bid you a good day, Mephisto. Until we meet again soon.
And you too, boys. Do take care.
And you.
And you. I'm sure we'll have more gold to give you if we return.
Well, I do hope so. And as you step outside, the warmth that you felt inside the building is instantly gone, as there is a bitter chill to the air now, to the wind. A few flecks of snow on the breeze as well. As winter's
I'll put my furs on then.
setting in. And you see Bothrid pull the Chimera's cloak around him and sort of curl around him, and feels fairly warm. He's quite happy. Dargon doesn't flinch.
And unless you guys want to know more about the battle from the distiller, I feel ready to go straight to the ruins. Unless there's any more stops you want to make on the way before we set off.
Let's go to the forest, see what's up. However, the only thing I would ask, do we want any quicker transport than on foot? Or are we liable of losing them?
True. To be honest, if we lose them, we lose them.
But
I'm
don't pay
happy
much
to
for
lose
them.
some livestock.
How long would it take on foot, do you know?
From memory, a couple of days trek. So we have to go down the mountain somewhat to then go across. Dargon, you've still got the map, correct?
Yeah, I have.
Good man.
He says pulling it out and showing it you.
As if by magic.
By magic.
We'll have to go down the mountain, right? We can't go past, obviously, as the crow flies. We'll have to come down the mountain as if we're heading to Moonbright, and then take a sharp left up to the ruins.
It would seem so from the map, yes. Now we could always see whether we could traverse the terrain, but it'd probably be easier to traverse the terrain down the mountain without charges. So we'd probably might as well just use the horses and go the long way.
Yes. Okay. Agreed.
Cool. I'm not a betting man, but I'm going to guess that our best bet is to actually get that in the town just outside the keep. Get them on the way, so to speak.
I should say so.
Alrighty then. Kerry, anything you want to do?
No, I think if we find horses. Did we mention a couple of days ago that we needed to contact Captain Swift?
Yeah. I don't know whether she went straight into the lake or not, but let's check
I hope
and
she's
say.
still waiting for us.
'Cause if she is still waiting for us, we're in big trouble.
You're in big trouble. You told her to wait.
Oh, shite. I did say we'd need help at some point. I don't think I was that specific. I never am.
I think we're going to be a while going to Yksalion and then maybe further north before winter comes. I think she best, especially with this weather, I want her to hold up somewhere safe. I don't want to be on the river in this weather.
Yeah, so, Kirik, if you're able to send a message, worst case we can, well, I asked for their help. I'll send some coin their way via some sort of messenger. If they happen to have stayed in the river, I'll do my best to pay for their time. Otherwise, yeah, we just want to know that we can message them and say we need you. Don't quite know what you can send in a short message.
I'm going to cast sending to Captain Swift.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That's two
Captain
words
Swift.
gone already.
Captain Swift. Kirik Gravetusk here. We are heading north through land. Hope that you had not spent too much time waiting. Stay out of river. That's it.
That sounds ominous.
The message that comes back is camped by Sorrow's Falls. Lake freezing over. Do we head to the keep? Please reach out soon. And that's where it's
Boy.
left.
She's asking if they say she's camped at Sorrow Falls, and she says the lake's about to freeze over, or just frozen. She asked if we are if they need us, or if we need them, or if they're free to go off.
I mean,
I
if
think
they're...
we should send word for them to come to Glentwag and rest up while we go on our mission.
I think you're right. I mean, if we can secure them some lodgings, they need to protect themselves against this winter. Sounds like they probably can't get out and back to the seas now, and yeah, sounds like his best bet is them get here before it's too dangerous. Kiri, do you mind sending another message, or shall we actually send a messenger?
I'll send a message.
Just make it clear that we don't need their help. We're just trying to protect them by getting them up here.
Cool. I'll cast sending. We are good. Got you some lodgings at the keep. We're looking out for you, but we don't need you immediately. Do stay safe.
And the message that comes back this time: thank you. Breaking camp now. We'll make our way north. Should be there in a day or two. Look forward to seeing you all.
Cool.
Captain Swift.
Awesome.
You got a keen mind on you, there, Ander. Good call. Good job on remembering them.
Well done for Kirik for remembering, because to be honest, I'd kind of forgot all
Kirik.
about it.
You've got the keen mind.
I just wrote a note and just looked at it and like sending to Captain Swift. I'm like, what does that mean? What's that for? Yeah, cool.
Moonpig.com.
I don't-
Other card delivery manufacturing companies are available.
That's actually Thieves' Camp for message in a bottle service.
my swine.
Yeah. A swine courier service.
It's alright, you get dinner afterwards, it's all good.
Lunar swine,
Yeah.
Yeah, God, yeah. Dot Island.
Right. What are
So,
we doing?
yeah, can we either within the keep or I was thinking more in the village outside, we would pay for lodgings for them, knowing how many there are. Something along those lines. Whether we speak to Malt Masters and ask if there's space free, but I doubt it because they don't know them. So I was thinking more outside the
Could
village.
they have the house that we have? The house that we're staying in?
I think we know the Malt Masters are pretty. They've got to get to know him first. So you probably don't want some
Yeah, true.
near pirates, coming in. So maybe we just try and find some village space, lodgings, tavern, something like that. Put up 100 gold or something. Just say, look, when these guys come in, give them lodgings.
Shotgun not paying.
Yeah, but also there's about 10 of them, and we're going to be gone for at least a week. I can't remember how many, but that's Goliath maths for you. It's just random. Oh, let's just do that.
I suppose that, yeah. There's a few of them. Warforged, a Turtle, King Neptune or whatever he is, Captain Swift,
I wasn't far
the
off.
Snake Lady, the Snake Lady and the Cook, and the other Goliath. Yeah.
What was what was your nickname, and was it like Captain Seaweed or whatever? It was?
I really can't remember what
I
it was.
just wish that we were recording back then because that was so funny. Anyway, so yes.
Almost never got passage across the sea, mate.
Yeah, we nearly didn't.
No.
So yeah, do we just go and find somewhere there in the village?
Yeah, either someone with a horse or somewhere we can get like a horse and cart.
I'm just
Carries
taking,
one
I'm
horse
just taking
with
100 gold out of mine just to say that we found lodgings for them. I'm just scooting past that bit. Is that all right now?
Ye old Premier Inn.
So you make your way down into Glentoag and find sort of the nearest tavern, go in there, negotiate a deal for 8 rooms. The tavern itself only has 10 rooms, so to reserve them, tavern owner does demand sort of that hefty fee, takes the 100 gold. Notes down sort of the details of the appearance of these people.
Can't bloody miss them.
And as you exit the tavern, 2 familiar figures are walking up through the town towards the Maltmaster's Keep. You see a dark-skinned man, quarterstaff on his back, longbow strung over the other side, walking next to and in deep conversation with a blue dragonborn who has a purple cloak up around his head. Certainly walking with purpose, but they head up towards the Maltmaster's Keep.
Draco, my boy!
I run straight up to Johannes and give him a man hug.
And Johannes does sort of pull you in. Ander. Been busy, boy. Been busy.
All the stories I could tell you.
In due time. Stories I have for you too.
I clasp Draco on the on the arm, proper arm to arm style.
Very good. Sure. A pleasure to see you again, Dargon.
And you, heard you've been following where we've been, and it's not been a pretty sight from everything that they've been telling us.
Not pretty at all. The village of Greenflower is no more.
Bollocks.
Oh,
It is overrun by the undead.
You made it out, though.
I have my skills.
You
Seems you have
do
acquired
indeed.
another ally with similar skills.
You have indeed. Ah, yes. This is Kirik. Kirik, Vraco, and this is Johannes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Kirik, as you look at Vraco, the purple cloak covers this sort of goldish, bronzish armour, and in the central point of that armour is the symbol of a lightning bolt. You also see the same symbol branded onto the hammer that he carries at his side, and also on a medallion around his neck of a blue-scaled dragonborn. As you look at Johannes, simple leather armour with sort of the odd metal plate buckled to it, longbow, a quarterstaff, quite a tall, dark-skinned gentleman, quite muscly, quite burly, but very kind in the face. As they both
Shall
turn
we
to
be
you,
accompanying us on
Draco.
our voyage?
Johannes turns to you and says, "Unfortunately not, boy. Other things to attend to."
Well, it's a shame you won't be coming with us, but it'll be good to catch up when we return. We hopefully won't be too long.
Yes.
Where is it that you are off to this time?
Yksalion forest just outside.
Yksalion.
He means
That's the one.
Yes, the one. Yeah. He struggles with big words.
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Very aware of that. Still, always had your uses. You head on foot?
No, we're just about to try and find some charges.
Transport. Yeah.
If it's horses you need, the stables at the end of the village give a nice discount.
It's always good to know.
Always happy never to pay full price.
The masters give very highly and very well to this village.
I'll tell you what, Vraco. Will you be staying long? A few days at least.
It will be down to the masters.
Well, if you do, we've got a couple of friends coming in from the river. They'll be staying just at this tavern here. They're very good friends of ours. They helped us get over to Greenflower, and they got us out when it got a little nasty. They're hauled up and willing to help us fight when we need to. So we brought them in. They're coming here in the next few days. If you don't mind keeping an eye out if you're still here. Say hello from us.
Name?
Captain Swift and her crew.
No, this Johannes sort of perks up. Recruited old Swifty.
Aye, we did.
How do you know Captain Swift?
Tried to part a passage once. Didn't quite go to my favour.
Did you mean you
Changed
tried it
the
on and she
answer
turned you
back
down?
Yes.
So, you old dog.
Indeed.
I'm sheepishly trying to cover my dragon scale armour from Vaco while we're talking.
It's proper dragon, not dragonborn. That's scale armour.
I don't know if he'll be offended or
I'm
not.
gonna
I've already
say-
pissed off a centaur.
Make me a stealth check.
Alright. Curveball at you. Stealth.
Aren't 3 out of 4 of you all wearing scale mail?
Yeah, I actually killed a dragon for
No.
this. So
Oh,
I feel
yes, you
extra-
did.
extra good.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. 16.
Draco also rolls a 16.
Oh, you fucking sees.
I'm going to say, as you try and hide it, Draco chuckles. Do not worry, Ander. I may be of kin, but green dragons in particular, not my favourite.
It's a good job we killed it then. And I kind of open it up all proud afterwards. Again,
Indeed, not
another story
far
for
from
when we
here, if I
return.
recall.
Oh, have I already told you?
No, word travels fast.
Oh, it's lovely to see you both, but I'm guessing you want to get out of the cold and we need to get going.
Yes.
Indeed, this early winter is unnatural.
Yeah, we're hoping that someone can find out why.
I will consult the masters on this. Come, Johannes, we must report in.
Look forward to hearing all the
Good to
stories,
see you, my
boys.
friends.
And you. Take care on your journey.
Will
And
do.
with that, Johannes turns to you and pulls you into another man hug. Don't die, boy.
I already have. I'll tell you about that when I get back.
And as the three of you sort of turn and walk away, Johannes is just there. Come, Braco. Let's head up. And we'll say, you guys make your way, and with a sort of buoyant grin on his face, towards the stables, where for the measly pittance of 5 gold, you are granted 3 horses and a war horse once more.
Nice.
And you begin to make your way east down that familiar path through the mountains, and with horses this time it almost doubles your movement pace, doubles your sort of travelling speed. Within what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, within about half a day you have pretty much passed through the majority of the mountains. You pass the area where the dragon was felled by Ander and I think it was Bothrid at the time.
Okay, I did come in afterwards, didn't I? I just didn't.
You did at some point, yeah. There is the very fine remnants of a skeleton left, it having been picked clean.
I take it I don't find a quicker route down the mountain or anything, that the road is the best way.
The road is certainly the best way, and you were advised that the road is the best way. The only other real way out of the mountains is south, which will lead you to the waterfall. And you knowing that's not the way you wish to go, head east. And then you sort of find the river that leads towards Moonbright and the path that winds east along it. And at this point, you turn to the left and begin to make your way across the plains. And at this point, snow is not just sort of flecked on the wind, it is beginning to fall steadily. And you do push the horses a little. And I think over the course of that day, you managed to get within about sort of 6 miles. But the sun begins to dip over the horizon. The moon rises, or doesn't rise as they are now, is now a thick cloud cover, and the snow is falling heavily, very heavily. I need anybody who is not wearing warm clothes, in fact anybody who is not resistant to cold damage, I need you to make me a constitution saving throw. If you're wearing warm gear, it will be with advantage.
Well, happy with that. Dirty 20.
20. So your warm gear manages to stave off the cold.
I have resistance to cold now.
You have resistance to cold damage.
Boom!
Nice.
Oh, where did you get that?
As
We'll talk
does
about it in the
Dargon.
after show.
Yeah.
So then Bothrid, as much as he tries, sort of pulls the cloak around him, it's not quite enough to stave off that cold, so he does end up taking 4 points of cold damage.
And I don't want to screw ourselves over immediately, but what about the horses?
The horses themselves seem okay. They've obviously got their thick fur for a horse. They are okay, and they actually came, as you bought them, they have these sort of woolen hides over them, and blankets over them.
Shall we stop here for the night?
I think so. Let's set up camp.
Are we near the edge of the forest? Are we sort of following the edge of the forest? Can we get some wood
So
for
at this
fire?
point, you'll sort of be on the western edge of that southernmost tip of the forest of Yksalion.
Cool. Yeah, if we could. You guys alright if we light a fire? Keep the horses and yourselves warm?
Yes, most definitely. Is there a spot where we could find that, I suppose, shelters us from the wind and won't blow the fire out? Noticing that Bothrid looks a bit cold.
So you actually end up winding your way into the trees a little bit. Probably only about half an hour into the trees, but it's enough that you've now got enough cover from the wind. The snow still falls, but obviously the trees are taking the brunt of it. And you sort of find a relatively clear patch of ground, a few roots here or there, but level enough to sleep on, level enough to build a fire.
Do I hear anything kind of coming from the forest? Is there any sound in the forest other than the wind?
Make me a perception check, please.
Can I assist?
Yep.
23.
There is something very, very faint, very, very far off, but almost carried on the wind. Almost sounds like just a whispering. Just almost like a...
I can hear something coming from the forest. I think it's far away, but might be good to keep our eyes out.
Do we know if what we're going to find out here? If there's anything here, is it undead? Is it just bandits? What? Do we have any idea what we're going to face?
I don't think so, no.
Just a ragtag band of unknown danger at the minute.
You talking about
Well,
us or what
been
we're
told.
going to go and fight?
Both.
Yeah, you do. Alright. Well, I suppose we could still have each of us take watch. But as far as I understand from this hammer, it'll wake us up regardless. If anything comes near. I would say, let's sleep in armour and full
Yes,
gear.
agreed.
No stabbing me with a sword to wake me up either under.
Look, I know you're still bitter about it, but I don't have the sword anymore. You have the sword. It's past us. I'm over it. If anything, it's put me off swords. Hence why I've got this fancy bow and arrow. So I don't think you've got anything to worry about.
Alright, sounds
I
good.
even butter my toast with a spoon now because I'm a bit dubious about knives.
Going in the book.
Underfoot is toast with spoon. I'm going to have to write that down because that's going to come back to haunt me in about 8 episodes.
Yep.
There's going to be something to do with a spider and a spoon, and it's going to be the answer to a riddle.
There'll be a magical spoon and I'll cast a spell. There we go. I've written it down. If Matt writes
Cool,
it down,
so-
I'm writing it down.
What's the watch order for tonight?
I don't think we're having one because with Dargon's fancy hammer, we can just go to bed and it'll wake us up.
Yeah, I still take first watch though.
I'll happily go to bed.
Just before I go to bed, I will kind of walk to the edge of the forest. I will kneel down and kind of grab a little bit of the snow that is on the floor, kind of crush in my hand, and I will say, I believe we will need all the help we can get, and even if it's just for keeping watch, so that we are ready for tomorrow. And I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
What's that?
So from the snow, you start to see kind of like a spectral, like the snow starts kind of rotating and then kind of making its way up and takes almost the shape of a humanoid.
I immediately jump up and go, Kirik, come beside you.
And then
I'll pull my bow and arrow, aiming at it.
And then you just see kind of a gleaming sword, a gleaming shield in one hand, and a gleaming sword in the other, and then 2 kind of raven wings, just kind of like open and at the back, and it just stays there. I'll turn around, move back,
Is this
and say,
tweet?
"Oh,
Stuff
sorry,
away.
friends. This will simply keep us safe. If there's anything that is hostile to us and gets close, it will protect us for a while."
That's brilliant. How long's a while?
8 hours.
Does that mean we can go to sleep then?
We can.
Cool.
All for it.
I'm all for it. I'm going to go to sleep with you guys.
Plus, we have your hammer, so
Yeah.
that will wake us up anyway.
I'll keep it with me.
By the look of it, Boffred's already gone, so I think I'll join him.
So yeah, Matt,
Buffett
if
at this point
anything,
is curled up. Yep.
if anything comes within 10 feet of the Guardian, it must make a dexterity saving throw or take 20 points of radiant damage.
Oh, you blighter. Woo. What, 30 feet of
Except I
us?
don't sleepwalk.
30 feet of me and I would notice and it would wake me up. And all of us up.
So, does that mean the Guardian is going to set off your hammer spidey sense? They'll keep waking us up.
No, because it's an enemy. It's an enemy against us.
Okay.
Plus, the Guardian's not a creature, so I don't know if that would trigger. I don't know how.
Touche.
Those
I'm
weapons
just
work.
double checking now, actually.
Yeah, because if I have a bad dream and I move about in
it-
my sleep, I don't want to set it off.
It basically just says we can't be surprised, and actually that it would wake us up when combat begins. So I don't actually know whether that means that if someone sneaks up on us.
Well, if we can't be surprised, they couldn't attack you in your sleep or us in our sleep,
That's a
basically.
very good point. That's a very good point, yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, we'll hope for the best anyway.
See.
Okay. So you all choose now to bed in. The horses sort of get close to the fire, not too close to the point where they risk burning, but also stay close amongst yourselves. And you see Bothrid actually sort of place his hand on his horse, and he not quite spoons, but snuggles in close to the horse to share of the horse's warmth. There's no bestiality in this DM campaign or D&D campaign. I'll say that right now.
Not yet. Have another one of them whiskies and we'll talk.
Not unless he wild shapes.
What happens if you wild shape halfway through? What does that count as?
I don't even want to think about that. Right, anyway.
Well, good luck trying to get to sleep tonight without that popping into your head.
You all bed down for the evening. And despite it being cold and the wind sort of whistling through the trees, you all manage a long rest. A good rest. Sort of occasionally one of you will wake up and stoke the fire a little bit, keep it built up, to provide that added warmth. As morning arrives, there is a blanket of snow on the ground, probably a good couple of inches on the ground. That's man inches, so probably a couple of centimetres really. No, it's a good couple of inches on the ground. Apart from obviously where you have been and where you've camped, the fire has managed to melt most of that away, so the ground is a little bit sodden, a little bit damp. And you sort of managed to shake yourselves off somewhat. You are wet, having not had tents or anything to kip under or anything like that. So you sort of use the fire a little bit to try and stave off that damp feeling, that wetness. Eat a measly meal, I'm supposing, seeing as I don't know if anybody's packed any rations.
Still got rations.
I've got rations, yeah.
Still got dried rations, yeah.
So as the three of you take out your dried rations, Bothrid reaches into his pack and pulls out some fresh bread, freshish bread, day-old bread, some meats, and some cheese. Hands under a spoon and a piece of bread. And sort of just hands the bread and cheeses and meats around.
Aye, Bothrid.
Back for journey.
Yeah, love it. Where would we be without you?
Hungry.
Yeah.
You're the best wife I've ever had.
Very likely.
You've never asked Andrew about his
Bothrid
previous
sort of
wives.
tucks in.
That's a tale for another time.
At this, Bothrid turns around and says, "Nor you me." Takes off his cloak, shakes it out, swings it back over.
So shall we get going? Get to the ruins? Are we going ruins or forest?
I think ruins first.
Cool.
We want to see if there's anything in there.
Yeah. I suspect that's where the tribe may be.
I'll take out my kind of piece of white cloth, and I will cast Aid at 3rd level, so that Bothrid and Dargon have an extra 10 hit points.
Woo! Here we go.
My hit points have never been so high in my entire life.
What's that put you on? 75 now?
91.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That is
higher than me
beautiful.
now.
And update.
Well happy about it.
Nice. I'm going to say we'll use this moment to take a short bathroom break.
Whee!
Hello. So we finished our long rest, we've had our breakfast, and Kirik has just cast aid on the party.
Mighty ass breakfast, we just got 10 XP.
Yep.
Good baguette.
All we need now is somebody to learn Hero's Feast.
Oh mate, I just desperate.
Next level.
Ah! Hint, hint, Matt.
There's actually a Hero's Feast cookbook that we could get and actually cook each other proper food in real life.
I plan to purchase that one.
Oh, that's wicked.
That's Valentine's Day sorted.
I just hope that I hope that each meal doesn't cost £1,000.
Where am I going to get elk and elven wine?
So I've had a look at some of the recipes, and there's some cocktail recipes in there as well, which look beautiful.
Bet there's a pumpkin one.
So yeah, no, it does look good. So we have cast aid, we have packed up. Are we mounting the horse?
Bloody hope they're still there, yeah.
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 The horses are there. They are looking a bit cold at this point, but stoking the fire up and spending a little bit of time. Soon,
Get them moving, they'll warm them up.
guess I'm feeling a bit better.
I shall... Yeah, I'll go first.
You're the man with the map.
Okay.
Good point.
So what are we going to do then? Are we going to follow the tree line because we know it heads north towards the ruins?
Yeah.
Or are we going to go back out into open land?
Now follow the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a bit out in the open with this white backdrop now.
True.
And
Just
it's
keep one eye on the
difficult
forest.
to even-
Not just a pretty face, you know.
And it is difficult to see now where the roads once were, or any paths. The plains now, to the left of the forest, just literally almost meld straight up into the mountains. So, worth taking some caution. But you then set off, knowing it's not far, based on the map, towards the ruins, and you probably travel for a few hours, and eventually reach sort of a clearing. And
Doing checks the entire time just to see if we see any movement or anything that's not us.
eventually you come forward and you find about 60-70 feet in front of you a small camp. Campfire in the middle, 4 or 5 tents around the outside.
Give some hand signals to stop the rest of the group.
Do you see any signs of fire or anything?
The campfire is lit.
I point towards Ander and then point forwards, trying to like give them the idea of, you know, you go ahead, scout out.
Is it the sort of thing where, with the wind and the snow, we can see the fire in the distance, but it's blurry, so they may not have seen our approach, or is it the snow has fallen and it's clear in terms of line of sight?
The snow has fallen. Unless you do something else, if somebody is to come out of those tents, they will see you.
So I will
Yeah, to
usher them you guys into the tree line, and motion to Bothra to take my horse, and I will pop my cloak up and go invisible.
Yeah, I
With the hopes
follow.
Okay.
I'll follow his direction.
yeah.
With the hope of sort of sticking close to the tree line, so obviously, and then head towards the camp, hopefully without being seen or noticed.
So I will say, for the sake of this, that your 3 companions managed to make their way towards the tree line and they wait there. They take your horse with them, and you slowly make your way up to the nearest tent. I'm just going to move them up as well. Okay, what are you aiming to do? Make me a stealth check as well.
$17.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, so you managed to get up there pretty silently. Luckily the snow is so soft that even your footprints as you go through that snow is it just sort of caves back in on itself, so you leave no traces behind.
And so there's nobody in the camp, as in out and about at the tents. Everyone is inside a tent. Yeah.
Make me a perception check, please.
Okay.
I keep an eye on
15.
the other side of the ruins.
15.
I'll also tell Bothrid
15.
to move the horses and tie them up against a tree somewhere.
Yeah,
What
1-5.
it does just sort of slowly takes the horses and ties them to the tree. Andrew, as you now peer around, you can see the ruins now of the old castle, and there is very little left. It is sort of barely standing walls. You can basically just see the outlines of some of the structures. Beyond the camp, however, there is a little bit more substantial stonework, but still not a lot. As you now listen to the side of this tent, you hear snippets of conversation. Two voices. The digging goes well. I think we're almost there. Efforts must be doubled. We have no time. Get your workers working a lot faster, or I shall take my anger out on you. Yes, master. Efforts will be doubled. And you hear the sound of footsteps. And a lone figure exits that green tent and begins to walk north. As you look at the figure, they wear simple black robes, fur lined around the sort of the shoulders and neck, almost as if they've planned for the weather. Sort of thick foots, and there is a cape down the back. On the cape there is a what looks like a white claw insignia.
Do I recognise this? Or have I ever seen it before?
I'm gonna say make me a history check with disadvantage, please.
Natural 1, so 3 altogether.
You have absolutely no idea what this means or what it alludes to.
I don't recognise the tents as tabaxi tents that I've seen before in CB.
No, the tents are... There's 3 that are the same type, but then there's 2, which as you can see on the map are very different. It's almost like they've just been... They don't mark a particular type of camp. You could probably surmise that they've been purchased to be used.
Okay. Can I attempt to follow the bloke who's just left the tent, see where he goes?
Okay. Maybe another stealth check, please. With advantage, of course, because you are invisible.
19. I'll get advantage on them anyway.
Oh, well, there you go then. So you do manage to sort of sneak around. Are you sneaking around the front or the back of this tent?
It doesn't matter. I think I'll just let him get enough distance and then just follow him path of least resistance. Well, actually,
Are
if I
you
go round
crossing
the
in
back,
front or behind the tent?
If I circle around the back, less likely people will see footprints if they come out the front of the tent. Yeah, I'll do that.
So you go around the back.
Yeah.
So you go around the back and you begin to keep sort of pace with the individual. You sort of scarp around here and up to the top. And you follow them through a gap.
God,
And as
you're
you
so far away.
Got to send
as
him
you are now
stones.
sort of a good 20 feet behind him, as you come through that gap, the figure is there no more, but you do see they are stone steps. Unfortunately, Incarnate does not have a decent set of basement type stone steps at the minute. So Incarnate, you did let me down tonight, but I won't hold it against you. You see a single set of roughly hewn stone steps which lead down underground. No light currently coming out of them.
And I can't see in the dark, so I can't really follow him down, can I? And I don't really want to get trapped underground. Ooh.
God, you're a long way away from us now.
No.
Just to put that into perspective,
I will.
About 4 rounds away from you.
Oh no.
Fuck.
How that. I want to go to each tent and see how many people I can hear in each tent, please.
okay. Which tent are you going to first?
The big white one.
The big white one. So as you step up next to the big white one, you hear the soft breathing of what is perhaps 2 individuals.
The green one next to it, which I'll call green tent
You
1.
stand here and then across to there. As you listen in at this tent, make me a perception check, please.
Oh, 17. I'm going to roll with these dice tonight.
Again, you hear the sound of at least 2.
Okay, and then I will go to the next green tent place.
Go around the back. And again, a perception check, please.
19.
Oh.
Again, at
Flame of
least
fire
2.
here. And then that circus-looking tent is very exposed. I will, when I was at the previous tent, he was speaking to somebody, so I've already. Is it safe to assume there's only one bloke left in that tent? When I was listening to it before. You're gonna make me check again, aren't you?
Yep.
I'll have another little listen then, you bastard.
So as you come up behind this tent, you do make me a perception check, please.
17. I like these dice.
17. You hear nothing.
Oh. That's weird. And that, I've got to go around the front to go to the other tent. So as I work my way around, is the tent open at the front
It
to peer
is.
into? I'll have a poke my head around the corner and see what I see.
As you poke your head around the corner,
Fireball.
you see a single a single camp bed set up, and a small table, various sort of objects strewn around, but in the centre of the table there is what can only be described as a crystal ball.
Oh shit.
So he was talking to someone via the crystal ball. I was going to nick it with my mage hand, but that's asking for trouble, isn't it?
When has that ever stopped you? Crystal skull.
I'm going to check out the other tent
Mnemonic
first.
skull last time.
Whatever it was, sorry.
Okay, you make your way across to the other tent. Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, 23.
Jesus. Those are Keurig numbers for perception.
Your passive perception, is it, by any chance?
Well, my plus modifier is a lot better
15.
now. Matt sorted my stats out the other week.
You plum.
Yeah, I've now got +3.
So as you listen into this tent, there is the sounds of at least 2 people again. Just that sort of breathing. And also with that perception check, you now start to hear footsteps approaching from the north.
From where them steps were.
Certainly coming from that direction.
Okay, in that case, I will hang on the top right of the brown tent to sort of observe who's coming, I suppose.
So you sneak around that bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just zoom in. So as you now... Oh, sorry Dave, I've just screwed with that one. As you sneak around there, you see 3 individuals walk down from the north and now occupy space around the fire, warming themselves. I'm going to say they are... D, C1 and C2. Let's just actually put him in the square. Now you recognise the
Okay.
one. You recognise D as the one with the sort of the fur-lined cloak, thick furred boots, and that cape with the white claw on the back of it. You also now notice a medallion hanging around his chest. For example, most clearly a he at this point. The medallion has a sort of almost 2 parts. There is an actual medallion with the white claw on it, and then underneath that hangs an orb of some sort. The 2 other individuals are simply dressed in black leathers. There's a little bit of fine dust to them. One is male, one is female. Their faces are covered in these sort of, almost looks like a white bone mask, but it's clearly flexible and is bent to their face.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm getting a weird cult vibe. Okay.
Sanding stone.
Well, I don't want to talk. So I'm just going
That's a
to
good point.
go back to the others to report back on what I have found. Because I think it's
Maybe
too risky to
please.
try and steal anything.
Oh god, don't mess this one up.
I am at this point. Can we see the camp from where we are?
Luckily, I get advantage.
Not very well.
26.
Oh god.
Yeah, so you managed to, with invisibility in play, just managed to scamper your way along this way. I'll say you get to about there. And there is a blue flash to your right from that tent.
Or the one with the crystal ball in it.
And that is all you see. Would you like to investigate?
You're trying to reel me in. I know your game.
He bloody well is, isn't he? Look at him. Look at him. Look at that.
So the blue flash was from the crystal ball tent, was it?
You just saw a blue flash to your right as you were sort of dashing away.
It stops, it gets my attention, and I turn around to see if I can see where it came from.
And as you now turn, make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh. Oh, you bugger, I rolled a 20 as well, and then a 10. So 13.
Can we see movement from where we are?
Andrew's invisible.
Not him. Can we see the movement of anyone else?
As I say, it's very difficult from where you are to see the camp. You're sort of just inside the trees. Yeah, so Andrew, it's very difficult for you to now figure out where that flash came from. You just know it came from your right hand side.
Okay.
Continuing
I will
on.
then I will try and proceed back to the group again.
Okay, so I'll say you come back down here, and you do link up with the group.
And I will obviously. My first question will be to the group as to whether they know the sigil of a white claw.
Do we?
Can you just zoom in down on that right hand side for me, Dave? Thank you very much. So anybody who wants to investigate that, make me an investigation check, please.
Investigation or history?
History check, sorry. History.
14.
6.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
From the description, none of you really understand what it is.
Balls. Do you regale your antics and everything that you saw?
Yeah, so what I begin to tell you is there's 3 tents, which I believe, 4 tents, which I believe to have 2 people in each. So there's at least 8 people between the tents. There was 1 tent which I heard a voice come from, but it was empty, with just a solitary crystal ball on a table in the middle. And then the man with the white claw on his cape had a medallion with an orb around it, as well as another white claw, which my suspicion is he uses to commune with somebody on the other side of the ball. He went into what appears to be a mine, but I didn't go any further and follow him into the mine.
Do we
So I'm
know?
not sure what lies beneath.
Friend or foe?
Well, the other 2 had what looked like bone face masks, and from my experience, anybody who covers their face are doing it for nefarious purposes.
Yeah.
It looked like a weird cult, to be honest.
Alright then.
So I don't
You
trust what I saw.
mentioned that they were digging for something.
Well, the voice that came from the tent said to double the digging efforts, otherwise they would feel his wrath, and then they referred to the voice as master. The man in the cape with the orb referred to him as master, but they said the digging is going well, but I don't know what they're digging for.
Well, look, if the Maltmaster's Keep said that something nasty was going on here, I say we assume everything here is hostile, and we smash some skulls.
Or do we wait for nightfall and assassinate them in their sleep?
I can barely see the camp from here, to be honest. I think we just go for it.
True. I will happily try and find a good vantage point and support you from a distance with my bow.
DM, during the week
Yes.
of testing with my hand axe, do I know that the hand axe only works with the ability of Misty Step when I hit an actual enemy / target, not I throw it at the floor or the wall and can Misty Step to it? Does it actually have to make an attack?
So in that moment, Dargon has a brief flashback to when he's been testing with the hand axe and throwing it into a target, and there was that one time during the week where you hit the target and then in a brief second you had tripped over the target, whereas previously you were a good 40-50 feet away from it. And following on from that, you had realised that if you hit a target so many times, you were able to actually transport yourself to that target.
Yeah, sorry, my question is, does it have to hit a target / enemy, or can I lob it at a wall nearby and still Misty Step?
You would understand that it's only when you hit a target.
Cool, that's good. Moving on.
Can I say, I mean, as much as I would be on the side of trying to figure out what is happening here, we are in many ways not aware of what actually is going on. So if we could perhaps keep the killing to a minimum, especially if we are the ones inciting violence, we could knock them out and interrogate some of them instead of flat out kill.
Yeah. It still means fight though, doesn't it?
Or did you want me to steal the crystal ball and try and ask their master what the deal is?
I'm assuming at this point you've raised the hood.
Oh,
Or
okay.
lowered the hood, I should say.
I've dropped it back down, yeah. They're not talking
Once
to
we're
the
talking to
rooms,
fuck
yeah.
all. I just like poke Andrew in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bothrid does chime up at this point. Could become animal. Sneak in. See what happens.
Yes.
What thing?
Be a
Yeah.
literal fly on the wall.
Do it.
Yes.
That is
Do
not
it.
a bad shout.
Not sure if could be fly, but
Maybe a spider of some sort.
Not a spider. Anything.
Oh,
anything
sorry,
but a spider.
I apologise.
No, I think it's a great idea.
what about scorpion?
Scorpion? Yeah.
Oh, the only danger is, are they going to try and kill you if they see you? You want to be an unassuming animal where they won't mind you scurrying around, whereas if you're a scorpion, they might try and stand on you.
Squirrel. Rat.
And something they won't want to
Weasel?
eat.
What?
Weasel.
Weasel.
Yeah.
Do weasel.
Good shout. Good shout.
Go and ferret about a bit.
Wait, I get it. I got made a funny.
Yeah, you did.
We play him stupider every week, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Oh, I'm sick of him being intelligent.
He's a seasoned battle master, but it's fine. It's alright.
He has got an intelligence of 12. He's not that
He's got 12
intelligent.
intelligence.
He'll be talking like
He's got
Bothrid,
the
so.
same intelligence. In fact, he's got more intelligence than Kirik.
Indeed.
Okay then.
So Bothrid at that point sort of grins and does his usual. And there's just this tiny little weasel now scurrying around.
Hey, under there's a spider on your shoulder.
Ugh,
Got ya.
bastard.
Make me a stealth check with disadvantage, please.
Oh, you dickhead. So if I get stealth with advantage, that's just a normal stealth roll, then, isn't it?
Normal stealth roll.
My worst roll of the night, 11.
Oh, fuck.
In that moment, as Bothrid is scampering off in weasel form, and Ander goes, you hear on the wind, what was that? Get the rest of them.
Oh, shit.
And you can, not that you can see it from this distance, but on the wind the voice carries, and there is the sounds of movement.
Oh, we better ride.
We ready?
Bothrid's going to scamp over here in weasel form.
He's gone.
Yeah, as if I can do this.
Look down in the trees.
He's over there.
So you guys are going to try and hide in the trees.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I need everybody to make me stealth check, please.
The dice have turned.
Whoa!
You get advantage still.
Yeah, I rolled 2 twice.
Oh, fuck.
But
I got
it's
an
a
unnatural
17,
20.
So Dargon almost
9.
becomes one with the tree.
Yeah.
Kirik?
8.
Shit.
8.
Currently
It's
holding
advantage.
shield and hand axe.
Okay. In the distance you see a single figure, and you might want to zoom out for this now.
Ah, yeah.
Single figure beginning to make its way slowly, dressed in a similar way to the male and the female that Anders described, in these very simple leather clothes, no cape, no medallion, but there's this white mask. And as it approaches, doesn't see the hulking Goliath dash behind the tree, but does see both the half-orc and the rogue try and dart into the tree line. So far has not seen the weasel. And there is just this shout. Show yourselves!
Shit, he's,
can't
I'm going
reach
to
him.
come up.
he's over
I'm
60
going to
feet
come up
away,
from-
isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going to come up from behind the tree.
So Kirik's going to come out, so you go to there.
And I immediately cast blur on myself.
Oh boy.
So in that tree line, your form just slightly, and you step forward. Yes?
Yeah, so I'll stay in the tree line, so I can't really be seen now, but my bow and arrow is out and I'm pointing it at the man.
So you've already been seen darting into the trees.
Okay, so
You
I'm
say you've
just a
cast
blurry,
blur in
shimmery. I'm a blurry, shimmery thing now. So, yeah, I suppose I'm just a shimmery blur, so you can't really see.
So as you cast that blur, the creature, peering as he is still at quite some distance. What was that? I said, show yourselves.
My friend.
Kirik, you step forward.
I apologize for the spook that we have given you. I am a priest of the Raven Queen, who was sent here to provide perhaps some religious ceremony that you might all need here.
What a lie!
Fucking love this.
That's a 10 charisma working for you.
Make me a deception check, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll high.
No, absolutely not.
Wonderful.
Natural 20.
Get in there.
Yeah, nice.
Do you know about no priest? Raven Queen, you say?
Yes.
Come here. Boss will wanna see you.
Who? What's the name? What?
I think it was his boss, wasn't it?
He just said the
Oh,
boss.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come forth. Do I see Bothrid's weasel form?
Make me a perception check, please.
I would just say I know it hasn't happened yet, but listening to what's happening, the second the guy turns around, I would like to follow the tree line and then get into the ruins. All sort of, stealthy like a 7-foot Goliath can.
That was an unnatural 20.
Ooh!
Natural 20. You do see the weasel now skirting along the edge of that ruin, and is sort of keeping very low, slowly moving up now. Are you making your way forward?
I am making my way forward. I really want to say Bothrid to just keep going, but not in the direction of the guy, but I don't know how to. Yeah, no, I've got no idea. Yeah, I'll just move forward. I'll just approach in the most unthreatening manner as I can.
Keep your weapons at your side. You get to that far. I'm going to say at this point, you said you were waiting for his back to be turned, didn't you? So for the sake of this, Kirik, you get to there.
I was wondering, perhaps, friend, if you could tell me how many of you are around. How many people would I have to perform the religious rites for?
You speak to the boss. He'll let you know what needs to be known.
Of course.
And this person then turns his back and begins to lead you
I
Kind of like
this way.
wave my hand to Bothrid.
I go in a dash action sort of thing, try and get my full double movement.
So, what are you waving at Bothrid to do?
To try to reassure him that it's fine, and for him to keep his distance, but still kind of just make keep walking.
Okay, with his back turned, I'm going to say make me make me a stealth check at advantage, please.
So that's a normal roll. Stealth 11.
11. What you doing?
Trying to get this snow off my armor. It gets everywhere. It's
Make me a deception check, please.
yeah.
Can I start
That's
moving
an
at this point?
18.
That's a what?
Nice.
An 18.
Beautiful.
Nice. Stop
Picking
twitching.
up some stuff from under.
Follow me. Dargon, I need you to make me a stealth check with
Yes.
disadvantage because you are dashing and in full fucking plate armor. So
No, I'm not
I think you
anymore.
get
It's
disadvantage anyway,
it's what's it? I don't have disadvantage because of my armor.
oh well, it's going to be disadvantage because you're dashing.
Oh yeah. Good. Yeah, that's real good. Yeah. Natural one. Yeah.
Natural one.
Yeah. Fuck.
So you dash, trip over Ander, and fall out of here. At which
Boy.
point the figure turns back round. What was that? You there? What you doing? Stand up. Is he with you? Onto you.
Yes, they were just some of my traveling companions. It is just some mercenaries. Guards I hired to accompany me on my travels through the wilderness.
Make me a deception check, please.
Oh boy!
Watch out.
There we go. 6.
6. And with that hesitation of mercenaries, guards.
Yeah.
The figure then looks at you, and his hand goes to his scimitar at his waist.
And with this, I immediately dash at him, towards Kirik, and cast Hold Person on him.
Roll initiative.
Whoa!
Holy moly!
I have advantage for fucking change.
Dargon?
That is an unnatural 20.
Me too.
Oh, both of us. Nice.
Roll again for me, both of you. Just roll a d20.
12.
16.
16. Kirik?
Natural 20 for 21.
Yeah!
Natural 20 for 21.
Where was that on the deception check?
I know. Hey, I rolled one of them.
You did roll one of them. It was amazing. Good old Bothrid.
Bothrid gets a 19. So
Holy
we're going to say
crap.
the order
Holy shit.
is
Whoa!
We're all
That's
scrapping to have a go
ridiculous.
first.
I believe the...
and Dargon, Bothrid,
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Dargon.
Oh,
Bothrid.
yeah.
Perfect.
That's some ridiculous initiative rolls there.
That's the
Jesus.
best we've ever done.
Yeah.
Roll on episode 20. Whoa, yeah.
Rolling episode 20 and getting all the fucking 20s.
Yeah, we are.
So, and we will pause on your particular action, but Kirik, you see this figure now go for the scimitar. What are you doing?
I'm not used to going first. I usually have time to look at my spells.
Oh shit, the cleric's going first. Fuck.
yeah, the cleric is going first.
Welcome to initiative. And I had advantage.
Ooh,
I'm just going to tidy this up so we can see it a bit better as well.
Zoom in anyway. Oh, no, I can't zoom in yet.
No, I was going to use a different colour because that red's not the greatest. Any better?
Yeah, it's good. I can zoom in a bit actually. I like that. See,
okay, I'm gonna try something. As my kind of free action, I will grab my shield so that my AC goes up. And as my action, I will. Is this guy wearing a mask? Is he one of the ones wearing a mask?
Yes.
Okay. I don't even know what this is going to do. I'm going to reach out to his mask, touch it, and I'm going to cast light on it.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's mean. That's mean,
We'll get rid of his
motherfucker. That is.
This is not an attack spell, so I suppose I have to roll to hit. But even if I do hit, I suppose this would be it. It needs to do a dexterity saving throw essentially to see if it avoids the spell. It says on the spell actually. So. Dexterity 16. Light is touch, yeah. So I suppose they say it needs to do a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, dexterity saving throw to see if I can touch him or not.
If you target an object held or worn by a hostile creature, that creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw to avoid the spell.
To avoid the spell.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a dex. Yeah.
Gotcha. Six.
Fails. So his mask is now a beacon of 40 feet of blue light, let's say.
They fucking know we're here now.
Hopefully he's going to be blind.
Yep.
So is that a 40-foot radius?
That is, 20 foot radius of bright light and 20 foot of dim.
So I'm going to say there is...
And hopefully that makes that you guys can all see clearly.
So we are still in the daytime. I'm going to say for the sake of this figure is now considered blinded due to the fact that there is just light on his mask.
Yeah.
In this
Like a theatre
40-foot
light in
radius.
his face.
And you just hear a... Quick! 2 arms!
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I got
And
two.
a lot of shing swords and movement. Anything else you're doing on your turn, Kirik?
Yeah, sure. As a bonus action, I will, after touching his mask, I'm going to kind of pull my hand back, and as I'm doing so, like, the light is going to extend from his mask as I cast Spiritual Weapon, which appears right next to me, and then just swings at him, straight up. That's going to be I'll cast a second level, sure. Where is it? Which one? That is not good. That is 12 to hit. Oh wait, is he blind?
12 will hit. He
Yeah,
is
that's
blind.
advantage.
He's blinded, yeah.
Do I get advantage because he's blind? I think I do.
Maybe do.
I'll check real quick. Conditions.
Attack rolls against creature have advantage.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
12 will
it's,
hit anyway, but roll with advantage
yeah.
just to see if it's a crit.
Draw 20.
It's not natural 20 now. But that's going to be, oh dear, maximum damage, so 13 points of force damage.
As your spiritual weapon pierces through this creature, and you just hear the and slumps down.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. I'll cast Spare the Dying next turn, it's fine.
what happens to the light spell?
The light spell's on the mask.
True. Good
Yeah,
point.
it's on the
Continues.
mask,
Fair
so-
play.
So
it's now like a
you can
flare
draw
up into the
really
sky, like a
shit
bat
drawing
signal.
of the mask if you really want. There you go, that's the focus of that light spell.
Oh shit.
Okay, next up, Ander.
So my hold person spell is redundant now because the bloke's dead. Can I change what I was going to do?
Absolutely.
So just for info as well, the blur spell is a concentration spell for a minute. So what I will do is I will dash up to near where Bofford is, but to So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. 30 feet to the right of Bothrid if I can. Just to kind of get an advantage on anybody coming from the camp. And I will ready my bow.
In there, yeah.
Yep.
So you dash up to there, and as you dash up to there, based on the fact that there was a conversation and some movement going on before, your blur spell done.
Oh shit. Okay.
Anything else you wish to do?
No, because I can't see nobody to attack anybody, can I? Or can I?
You can ready an action.
I will ready my bow and arrow, so as soon as I see somebody come into my eye line, which is 150 feet, assuming the snow or the mist doesn't shorten that, and I will loose an arrow at the first person I see come around the corner.
Okay. Dargon.
I shall do very similar to Ander. I believe that I can get my full 30 feet up next to Ander. Just double check where that is for a start.
What's your movement speed?
Lovely, 30 feet.
Your movement
Yeah.
speed is 30.
Yeah.
So you can get to there then. One across.
Lovely.
That's 60.
That's
At a
what?
dash. That's 60 feet at a dash.
Yeah, but that's used my action as well, isn't it? So hang on a minute, where was I?
Yeah, so bonus actions.
Is that a bonus action for me? Don't think it is it?
No.
No. So if you've just dashed where you're from, unless I'm missing kind of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay, I'll shut up.
So if I can
Yep,
get to
you're there.
near him for 30. There we go, that's good. I'm happy with that. So, I've still got the blink handbacks out. So I shall do the same actually. I'm going to ready an action for when I see a target in range. I will throw the hand axe. Now, and my action can still be my 2 attacks. That's my action, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. So, yeah, I'm going to go for that.
Range on that is 20 feet. So it's 60 feet at disadvantage.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm going to say it's when when within 60 feet, because 20 feet's pointless.
Okay. And then it's Bothrid, who in weasel form.
He's still a weasel. God.
Still a weasel.
4 hit points or
30
something.
feet of movement. Yeah.
Hey, it's 4 more than he had before.
Shit. What's going on there?
No idea what that is. Oh, it's a spiritual weapon.
I'll put that back in a minute.
That's right.
No, it wasn't a spiritual weapon.
Oh, what the fuck?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to move up to there.
They're going to have one hell of a shock when a weasel turns into a fucking hobgoblin. Wah! I just scared the crap out of my cat. Oh, I missed the fight. Yes.
Cool. So that's Bothrid's go. So then
Shall I show a
see.
little more now?
You can show a little more. Now that
Oh
Bothrid's
boy, it's
there,
more
at
than I
least.
thought.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2. Here we
Not
see
far
the
off.
here we see the Ander crap his pants as he realises how many people he's going up against.
There's nearly a fireball for each of them.
Oh, you beautiful man!
Oh,
you
God.
beautiful man!
Out the spell.
The figure in the fur-lined robes is going to run up and is then going to touch the orb on his chest and reach out and try and hit you, Kirik.
Sure.
That'll be a 26 to hit.
Shit.
That will hit.
I'll also just point out that we are currently, I'm currently 60 feet away from you, Kirik. Fuck.
Yeah.
As you then take 25 points of cold damage as this icy blast just reaches out and smacks into you.
I have resistance to cold damage because of my armor.
Beautiful thing.
So that will be
We were supposed to be saving that for the after show.
12.
That will be 13 points of cold damage.
So does that trigger my readied action? Now,
Do you see him yet?
I got 150 foot range.
Oh, damn. Mother trucker.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 20.
So as that creature steps around,
What was I hit with? Sorry?
13 cold damage.
it looked as he reached out his hand, there was just almost this icy cold mist just strikes towards you in a line.
Oh.
And you may now fire your oath bow.
You're not going to believe it. My first.
Is that a natural
attempt
20 with the
it
first roll?
Fucking is, mate.
Yes! Yes!
28 to hit. 28 to hit, bitches.
Doesn't matter, it's another 20! Double everything!
20, crit, double the damage.
Oh boy.
I didn't say he's my sworn enemy, so it's just the normal damage, which is
That's fine.
15 piercing damage. I think Dean
piercing
did that
damage.
for me.
Double check.
Yeah, it did 2d8 for me instead of 1d8, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
But I don't
So
get my
as this
sneak,
figure
do I get my sneak
steps
attack on that? Because he's engaged
No.
with Kirik. Worth a shot.
He's not.
It's
not within
got to be
5 feet.
engaged in melee range, doesn't
Oh,
it?
true, yeah. Sorry.
Nice
So
try.
you, as this creature runs up, reaches out an arm and this icy mist just erupts, you then immediately just let loose an arrow and it flies perfectly, like the best shot. That practice has paid off perfectly and it just into the side of the neck and you just hit this as a little bit of blood squirts out, but the creature doesn't look too phased by it.
Ooh.
Okay. So we're then gonna get
Hey guys, our healer is right out in the middle of combat and getting all the fucking hits. Well done us. Fucking brilliant.
It's alright, it's resistant to cold
Round of
damage.
applause for the dumbasses who are hiding behind the stone.
At least some twat's not disguised as a weasel. Oh, wait.
And the Goliath did the best spell. Fuck's sake. You know your name for us, Ander. I think you're right. I think you're spot on, to be honest.
20, 25, 30.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, F's dead, idiot. 15, 20, 25, 30 does not invoke an opportunity attack.
From the weasel.
15,
Could you imagine?
30. 15, 20.
So Kirik's kind of lit up like a Christmas tree for all the enemies to see in the
Pretty
middle of
much.
this beacon of light.
15, 20, 25.
Just doing Neo from the Matrix, like.
As all this movement happens, you now see 9 other leather-bound, white-masked figures begin to swarm towards Kirik. And we're back down to the top with Kirik.
Boy.
No one in melee range at the moment, is that right? Have you, Kirik?
No one in
No.
no.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh, as a bonus action, I will actually cast Spare the Dying on the guy in front of me.
Which guy?
The one that I attacked with my spiritual weapon last time. Fell on the floor and fell. And then as my action, oh boy. I really should get out of there. Okay, I'll tell you what, as my action, Spare the Dying is a cantrip, so I need to use a spell. Oh, I could do that. Okay, so, as my action, I will kind of run my hand across the edge of my shield, making a small cut on my hand, and then the blood will spill out to DS. The guy just hit me with an ice mist thing. E and B as I cast Bane on them.
Yeah.
They need to do a charisma saving throw, please.
So DS first. Charisma saving throw. Natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Bastard.
And then you said E and B, yeah?
Yep.
14 and a 15.
Both fail.
Both fail.
Yep. My spell DC is 16. Okay. Okay, I've got 60 feet, great. So then if I move 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to the east. So out of the light.
25 feet as you exit out of that area of bright light.
Yeah, my spiritual weapon is still up, but not doing anything this turn. And yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Under.
I just turn to them and say, "There's more of them."
No shit, Sherlock.
So what does Bane do again? They have to take.
A
They have
disadvantage.
disadvantage. They have disadvantage on attacks and saving throws.
Okay.
No, not disadvantage. They roll a d4 and take it out.
Oh, yeah.
Subtract it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a D4 penalty.
I will.
Opposite of bless.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. I will take out the one. I'll take aim at the one closest to us, which is E, with another arrow from my bow.
Okay. As you roll to hit, please.
11.
Will not hit.
Oh,
Use your arrow, and it's the light just slightly puts you off, and the arrow just sort of disappears over your shoulder. Make sure when you're firing these arrows you are depleting whichever arrows you're
I am.
using.
Yeah, they're the magic ones, so I'm knocking them off one at a time, yeah.
Oh,
Do I want to move? I will duck. How big are those rocks? Are those rocks big enough to sort of duck behind for cover?
that will give you partial cover, it'll be about half cover.
That'll do. I'll duck behind them.
Okay, so say you move 5 feet over there. Anything else?
No.
So with that, are you using your cunning action to hide?
Yes.
Okay. Make me a stealth check, please.
Oh, 22.
You do manage to duck behind this rock. For all intents and purposes, you're hidden. Dargon.
I shall run 30 feet up and ever so slightly to the right to make sure that I'm 20 feet away from E.
Did you ever do your readied action?
You
No,
wasn't within
because
20
no one
feet.
really ever got in within 60 feet,
Okay.
so yeah, just not doing it. So I'm now 20 feet away from E, yes?
Yep.
Wonderful. I'm going to throw my blink hand axe.
Do it.
Yeah.
So no disadvantage on this because I'm within... What's it?
You're within 20 feet.
And
You're at the
He's-
limit of the range of a hand axe.
but he's baned. That I don't roll for anything you do. Is that
That's
right?
just a -4 penalty to his saving throws and attack rolls.
Oh, cool. Okay. So that is 15 plus 8, 20, 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Wicked. So
And
1d.
as you throw the blink hand axe, the hand axe itself moves with an unnatural speed, almost to the point where you don't see it fly through the air at all. You let go, and it is instantly buried in this creature's
Nice.
chest.
Oh yeah.
That was good noise.
That was a good noise. I like that. I've got to remember to use these more often because it's great. fun.
Perfectly timed as well.
That was good, wasn't it? So that is that's 10 points of damage.
And as this axe embeds itself into the chest of the creature, you just again hit
Nice.
this, and that's it.
Okay,
Creature's gone.
but I can still blink towards him. I still misty step towards him. Yeah.
As this creature falls, you disappear in mist and just reappear within this circle of light. And you just hear shouts of, "What the fuck was that?"
Yes, I did. And then is B next to within 20 feet? I have
Okay,
another. I have
15,
another.
20,
I
yeah.
have another attack. Right? That's correct.
So
Wicked.
is it-
I'm,
can you
I'm
do it
going again.
twice?
Yes.
I'm going again. I'm doing it again.
But bear with.
Does it take an action to pluck it out of the dead guy?
It's going to take
Uh,
bonus action to pick it back up.
Does
I
it?
think
It
you used your
immediately
bonus
returns
action
back
to
to my
Misty
hand,
Step.
doesn't it? As a bonus action, you are correct. Summon it back to my hand. As a bonus action.
Is Misty Step a bonus action now?
Yes, it is. So, can I use my other hand axe?
Yes.
Cool, I'll use my other hand axe. So, standard hand axe, throw that at whatever that is, who is also baned. And I rolled a 19, so it's 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
I think you'll be alright with that. Yeah.
So that's 8
And you're throwing it left-handed.
Yeah, I am. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. So in the full flow there, you see Dargon just throw the blink hand axe, and the blink hand axe just you don't see it fly. It just straight into the chest. As it hits, the creature falls. Dargon appears in the space it was, standing literally on top of the creature now. Leaves the blink hand axe where it is, but then just left hand out to the side. That hand axe flies, strikes into B, and catches it in the neck. Axe embedded in its neck, and there is blood. Just the creature sways, but is still standing, barely, and I mean barely standing.
Right, then fucking action surge. Motherfucker, still alive. So,
the reading paid off.
Yes, it fucking did. Right.
What did you say when Danny said?
What? What did you say?
Tell you ain't had a scrap in a while.
Yeah. However, this is actually sorry. An action surge is only you get an additional action. I don't get to do anything else, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so you can attack twice again, basically.
I can't. Yeah, but I can't move. I can't. Don't get bonus action. It's literally just another action. There's nothing. I'm not like repeating my round or anything, am I?
I think you are.
Do I?
I think it's
Technically, you
full
moved
second
with
turn.
Misty Step, so you've still got your movement speed.
No, because I used full 30 to get to where I could then be within 20. So I can't.
Oh.
With that one round, I can't move any further. I now want to pick up the hand axe again, but if I can't, I might just have an action.
You've got a bow.
Yeah, it's an additional action.
Is it just an additional action? Fine.
Additional action.
I'm happy with that. That's fine. Let's do that. It's not quite what I was expecting, but I will. Yeah. Fuck it. I am going to. Yeah. Oh, Magic Missile him, just because. Magic Missile level 1 to 2 of him, 1 to A, just for shits and giggles.
Okay. Roll damage. And he'd be separate as well.
Yeah, so the
Or I need
first...
for 2 for B and then 1 for...
yeah, so that was 7 points to the baned guy.
As these 2 just strike in, knock the axe in further, and you just see the creature fall.
Brilliant, and then 4 points of damage to A.
4 points of damage to A. As it knocks the wind out of him, and he's...
And as I pull out my
Cool.
hammer, I just roar at the rest of them.
Nice. At this point, Bothrid, in weasel form, is going to bite at G.
Probably do more damage than all of us.
Oh man, these dudes were just having their day, and now it's just weasels attacking them, hand axes flying,
Goliath's turning up out of fucking nowhere.
That was a 22 to hit.
Oh, nice!
Oh, Jesus
Straight for the
Christ.
jugular. Bam, motherfucker!
Unfortunately, it only does 1 damage.
But to be fair though, weasels and ferrets.
But you do see this weasel just jump and bite into the arm.
Sure, there's a
of this
D6 of
creature,
poison damage or something.
and it's just clung there. You see Bothrid in weasel form. Strange sort of pattern on the back of it. Now you look at the weasel form, but this creature is just trying to shake Bothrid off, and the weasel is clamped on its arm, bitten.
It's hilarious.
As DS is then going to...
Oh, that was a hiccup. Bloody
What
hell,
was
that
that?
hurt. Yeah, that was a hiccup. That really hurt, that did. Oh, crap.
Jesus, don't die in this, mate. DS is then going to step up, and because of allies near it, is going to make a short sword attack. And the first one will be with advantage.
What's the... So, where, what? Where's the...
You'll have to explain why that is the case.
Yeah, what?
In the after show.
They have allies.
We will do that in the after show. So
Cool.
that will be a 24 to hit.
Some mega hit rolls coming out tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
As you then take 13 points of damage as this short sword just bites into you. He then turns to swing again with that short sword. That time with an 11 to hit.
Nope. Shield off.
Sorry. You also need to take 8 points of cold damage.
Resistant.
4
No!
points of cold
Fucking
damage.
immune. Hang on. Winter's friend from my
0
shield.
points of cold damage.
You fucking beauty. And with said sword, deadly rebuke against that mother trucker.
Hang on. Are you immune to cold damage? No, you're only resistant to cold damage.
Winter's friend from Shield of Irvin Rune. I don't know why D&D Beyond hasn't brought it up, but I am immune.
You're immune to cold damage.
I'm immune to cold damage.
Attuned
You have to
to
add it
it.
manually to your character sheet in the defences bit.
You need to attune to the shield.
Why do I need to attune to the shield?
You've not selected that you've attuned to these items. I've just done it for you. Refresh your page.
You're a legend. I think it's because I was pissing about with it last week. There we go. I was pissing about with it. I was trying to see what I'd do next level, so that's my bad.
I thought he spent fucking hours last week trying to attune to it. If you hadn't bothered tuning to that shit.
That was the other two. So something I was doing last week was fucking that up. So yes, there was definitely right. Anyway, there we go.
So 0 points of cold damage.
Whew, thank God for that. Right, deadly rebuke.
And then you wanted to do, as a reaction, deadly rebuke.
Yeah. 3d6. Yes.
Christ.
Nice.
Type of damage.
14 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. And as this creature with fur-lined hood, the hood actually covers the face to the point where you can't see it, bites in with that short sword, and look, hit the mic, goes to swing again. There is just this burst of black-green energy that radiates from you and targets straight towards DS. And you can see the skin, sort of as it hits, wither slightly in the spell, but return to normal afterwards as it takes that damage.
Oh.
It is then going to use a bonus action, and you see the creature lift 30 feet into the air.
Sorry, what?
Fuck's sake. Come back here for a fair fight.
So DS is now hovering
They
above 30
is
feet.
then going to
Fucking hell.
10, 15, 20, run up to there. He's going to attack you with a scimitar. That one might hit. That won't hit. B is dead. Where the fuck is C? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to come down there. He's also going to try and attack you with the scimitar.
You know what's happening next time is my round, lads.
That will be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh boy.
4 points of slashing damage.
Take it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to put him down there just so we don't get confused with spiritual weapon. 30.
He can't occupy.
In fact,
the spiritual weapon occupies its space anyway. So.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm going to put it down there. So G is going to swipe at the creature, the fucking weasel that is latched to his arm.
Hell of a surprise.
Try and stab at it. That will be a 14. The armor class of the weasel is 13. So Bothrid is then going to take 5 points of damage as the blade pierces through the weasel, but as it does, there is just this. And Bothrid reappears, full-formed blade in his side, and he just stares at G.
Boom.
We'll come back to that moment in just a second. Where are we? H. Now that Bothrid is reverted, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to step up to Bothrid and try and hit him. That's a natural 1, just totally fucking whiffs past. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just going to step up to Bothrid. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Not going to hit. Bothrid just ducks out the way. And then J is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to step up to there against Bothrid.
Bothrid.
And gets an 11. And Bothrid just ducks out the way of that one as well. Top of the round, Kirik.
Okay. Okay, weird one. So I want to move 5, 10, 15 feet kind of northwest, so right to the right of Bothrid.
5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
That's Dargon.
Yeah, right to the right of Dargon, yes.
Yep.
That's just 5 feet away from him. And then
5 feet away from him.
Yeah. So literally on the diagonal.
Literally right next to him.
Yeah. So that's 15. So then I want to move 5 up. I'm basically going to go around A, so I want to be placed between A and DS. And I shouldn't be provoking attacks of opportunity, but...
Not from A anyway. No.
You will get one from I.
Oh, I's up there, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So that will be a swing with the short sword,
Winging him.
which will be a 22 to hit.
Shit.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that hits.
That will be 6 points of slashing damage. So you
Okay.
just sort of roll past, but as you roll past, the creature just sees you, slices, catches you on the flank.
Sure, and as I get, no one else is blamed. Great. So as I kind of arrive there, pop my shield on the floor, and dozens and dozens of ravens shoot out and start surrounding me in a 15-foot radius as I cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh, you beautiful man.
And
Say
obviously, I'll say
15-foot
that.
radius.
Yeah, 15-foot radius.
Oh, that's everyone. Let's just zoom out there. Oh, yes.
It says, it says they fly around you to a distance of 15 feet. So I suppose,
That's 15
Yeah.
foot radius, yeah.
Yeah. So which means that should get most of them. Obviously, I'll denominate.
I'm going to
my
say that
companions
pretty
as-
much captures the group apart from D.
Yeah. So I'll say that my companions are immune to it. To them, everyone else is going to have to do saves at the beginning of the turn. And I will move my spiritual weapon 20 foot up in the air
Nice.
as my bonus action.
I can't show that on here, but yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's fine. Actually, I'll say that it goes 15 foot up, 5 feet to the right, so it gets closer.
It's over C.
Yeah.
You mean 5 feet to the north?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 feet to the north, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
We knew what you
So,
meant.
yeah, for the sake of it, it occupies the same area as C, but it's
Yeah.
15 feet above him.
And
Cool.
DS is
And,
30 foot up in the air, right?
Yes. You're on mute.
Dickhead. So all I can really see is some bloke floating 30 foot over a flock of ravens, right?
C and D.
Absolutely, there is.
Oh, yeah, I can see D. Where's
Bear
C?
in mind, Ander is hidden, so he's sort of ducked down. So actually, from where you are,
So we
if
So
you're
in-
behind it,
So,
you,
because I am hidden, I have advantage on the attack roll, right?
you do.
So it allows me to use sneak attack. So I will pop up, fire my arrow at DS up in the sky. For
If you succeed, you
a
gain certain benefits, unseen attackers and targets. Bear with me just a second.
you're not going to believe it, so I'll text it you.
What, another natural 20?
Fucking right it is, mate.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, with sneak attack as well. Jeez.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Just to prove it, I've sent it to the group so everyone can
Oh.
see.
That is quite beautiful. Oh,
Yes, that's advantage.
So D&D Beyond, thank you very much.
So you're aiming at DS, right?
Yes. So does the sneak attack get
Roll that
doubled
damage.
too? Does the sneak attack get doubled too?
if it's a dice roll.
doubled
All,
against-
all damage gets doubled.
All
It's a critical
dice
hit.
gets damaged.
All damage gets doubled.
Ah, right. That's a bit. Wait for it. So that was 9 to start off with. That rolled shit on that. But then sneak attack is an extra 22 on top.
Oh,
So the nine
So
was
what's that
already
total?
doubled. The 9 was already doubled because D&D Beyond did it for me. So then add 44. So 53.
is that what against DS?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Damn.
against DS, as in a single arrow shot, Ander just pops up,
Oh, hang
I'm
on.
aiming.
and never has an arrow flown so true. In the back of your mind, Ander, you hear,
Sorry, I had this.
"My arm is yours," and the
Yes.
arrow almost glows with a greenish glow, as then it just straight
There it is.
into the eye of this creature.
Yeah.
Straight into the eye of this creature, and it lets out just this howl. And this arrow is embedded so far, you are not sure how this creature is still standing, but it is.
What? I thought I'd fucked him right up. Ah.
You have fucked him right up, as now blood just begins to pour down the face.
And as my movement speed, I will move to. It's hard to see because you can't see where I'm pointing with my mouse. So into the rock bit behind the. You know, it makes an L shape. Into there.
There?
Yeah, and as use my cunning action to hide again. Not that they can see me because there's a
Nice.
flock of ravens.
Make me a stealth check.
20 altogether.
Yep.
No. I'll tell you what, now you've got my plus numbers, what they're supposed to be. I'm doing alright tonight on the rolls, isn't I? You're welcome. But he's also compensating with that by the fact that this DS bloke is way harder than I thought it was.
Dargon, you're up. Thunderwave, probably not the best idea now that Kirik has put himself
Yeah,
back
sorry.
round.
Do it, do it.
We can't hear
Dave,
you.
you're muted.
You're mute, Dave. And also deaf.
Get what? No, right. Yeah, just every time. So someone comes in and is like, oh, great, now I can't use another way.
Yeah, sorry.
No, right. Is it? I assume it was a free action to bring out, because I've now thrown both the hand axes, that it's a free action to pull out my hammer, is it? Or not?
Oh, you have it.
Love it. I'd like to bonk A on the head, please. Thunk.
Aye, aye.
I say that like I'm going to...
So you do. You pull out your hammer and roll to hit, please.
Please hit. 21.
I think that might just hit.
Yeah, good. That will be 12 points of damage.
As you just and split the skull of this creature, and the hammer smacks into the skull, you can see this squelch of blood and brain matter and gore. And as you pull the hammer back out, just A is down.
Magic. I shall then use, for shits and giggles, Booming Blade on C. C's the only one next to me, yeah? Really? Because DS is up in the air?
Yeah, because DS is still 13,
Yep.
yeah.
Booming Blade with Warhammer. Again. So I shall roll to hit. Oh shit, that may not hit. Fuck. One of them, what's that? 13.
Just hits.
I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5. That's so happy. Okay. 6 points of thunder damage, and that is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
So that's
As you
18 points of damage.
Smack
together.
down with one and then swing round and strike at the other. There is just this of thunder as you literally cave this person almost in half, and they too drop down to the floor dead.
Beautiful. Well, do. And oh god. I shall use my movement to move up to underneath H.
5, 10, 15, not 20, not invoking an attack of opportunity because that creature is 30 feet in the air.
Beautiful. That's what I like.
Not for long.
Bothrid is immediately going to rage now. You have it embedded in his side. You just see, for anybody that was looking, the eyes just widen, bloodshot, foam begin to form at the mouth. But he does reach back, pulls out the double-bladed quarterstaff.
Nice.
And if I remember rightly... Oh, no, sorry, ignore that. He pulls out the Vicious Great Club.
Yeah.
And
Hulk smash.
because he is raging, just straight into H.
Oh God, no! What?
Oh.
Misses. He's going to attempt again. He rolled a 2. Second time for a 26. Just smacks in again. That will finish that one off.
Ah, you've got blood on me shoes, Bothrid. And brain.
12 points of damage as he misses, brings it back two-handed. And almost in that rage, smacks H into the floor, bloodied and broken. That will be Bothrid's turn, as he is raging now. So, DS is going to turn, and is again going to look down towards Kirik. He's going to hold that orb and reach forward. That will be a 24 to hit.
It's
Definitely will. Fucking hell.
That will be 23 points of cold damage, which you are resistant to, so it will be 12 points of cold damage.
yeah.
And then it's going to use its flying speed to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What was the thing it needed to do on the beginning of its turn for
It's
the spirit guardians?
it's out of range. Because it just
okay,
goes
fair
15 feet up. Yeah, so
Okay. So then A is dead, B is dead, C is dead. D. Where the fuck is D? Outside.
All by myself.
That's you, Anton.
5, 10,
You can have a
15
look.
is going to run through that swarm of ravens.
And
as
take
it
some damage.
enters the radius, its speed gets reduced to half. And it needs to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Nice.
Nice.
Six.
Not fail. 17 points of necrotic damage. As
Straight
these
off the
ravens
bat.
just
As it runs through
These-
the ravens,
dies.
these ravens just turn and
yeah.
gone.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Yes.
quite beautiful.
He's dead. F's dead. G. Who the fuck is G? He's going to have
Right,
to make
top
a
left of
wisdom
me.
saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Just beats it. So it's going to take
Just beat it.
8, 9, 10, 11. 11 reduced. 11 reduced by half. It still takes half
So that will
damage.
be 6 points
Six?
of damage.
6 points of necrotic.
So these, again, the ravens turn and it manages to weather the storm, and then in its sort of final throws just aims a scimitar attack towards Dargon. Yeah, it's going to go for Dargon. With a natural 20.
Shit.
Sentinel.
Denied.
You take 3 points of slashing damage.
That's not bad.
I
Page is dead. I think
as well.
I needs to do the wisdom saving throw. That's 7.
That's taken.
Fail. 9. 17 necrotic damage again.
Oh, he's removed from existence.
17. As I barely even manages to lift the scimitar before the ravens just peck it to death. Oh shit, didn't want to do that.
Oh,
Is
Dargon's
dead.
dead.
Jay is just inside the range. So again, wisdom saving throw.
Oh, nice.
14.
Fails.
Oh.
13. Wow, 20 points of necrotic damage for that one.
Yeah, one of the ravens just turns and makes a beeline for the eye and just plunges out the back of the head.
Nice.
Oh, it's like the beginning of Witcher 3, where the raven just goes in and then explodes the back of the head. Yeah. Nasty.
Absolutely.
All that
And
means
we have
that
background to the top. Kirik,
Yeah, I did.
having just seen the denizens of the Raven Queen obliterate this force around you, you now have 2 left standing, one 30 feet up in the air, one stood next or in between Dorgon and Bothrid.
Bonus
Both
action.
not looking
move,
great.
Bonus action, move my. Oh, it's up in the air, isn't it? It's not going to get there.
Move it over to DS though. He's still up, isn't he? Is
Yeah, I
DS
only
still
have
up?
20 feet of movement. I only have 20 feet of
right,
movement with it.
15. You go 15 and then 5 feet up.
That's 25. Yeah, 25 then up. Yeah, that works. Yeah. So spiritual weapon attack. That is a lot. 26 to hit. No, 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sorry, Andy, you don't get the killing blow.
I love it. That is
I know.
a lot.
Absolutely gutted.
Yeah. I rolled 17 on the dice. I was like, I think that hits.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
that is 9 points of force damage.
Oh, I began to finish him off.
Come on,
The
plummet.
raven feathered dagger just into him. Still in the air.
Okay. I will then kind of extend my hand towards him. I will kind of close my hand, click my fingers, and cast Toll the Dead on him.
Oh,
You mean motherfucker.
That is a wisdom saving throw, please.
Nine.
Oh boy.
bye bye.
5. So 12, 17 points of necrotic damage.
Pause.
Oh,
Gets that one at advantage.
Oh.
It'll be a 19.
How convenient.
Succeeds. So no damage.
How much?
No damage.
Succeeds.
So cantrip, so
Okay.
succeeds, no damage.
Yeah, sorry, I missed one of the top lines
Sorry?
of that character sheet.
Beautiful.
Anything else?
I suppose. Let me just double check something that I should have done beforehand. I don't know if Spirit Guardians travels with me.
Oh.
You've not moved.
I want to,
The
though.
weapon's moved.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Around you, so. Yeah? They travel with me?
Spirit
It says
Guardians
they flit
target
around you
itself.
to a distance of. Yeah.
I believe they do.
The target
move it with
itself.
you, yeah.
Up to 10
So-
minutes.
It's
Yep.
not like I'm casting on I'm casting on myself, not. So yeah, I'll move just to make things difficult for you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I will end up like to the left of DS.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 there, yeah?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Beautiful.
There you go.
That's my turn.
Right, you'll go. Ander.
I will pop up and loose another arrow towards DS, and I'm aiming for a temple shot.
Okay, you will get to
Let's hope for the best. I will. So, sneak attack, motherfucker! Was if I get advantage on the... Well, it's 21 to hit anyway. I get to roll it again, technically, don't I? I can't crit again.
If
No,
that was the first,
okay.
yeah, so you need to roll to crit.
But I didn't. So, I hit anyway. So this... Oh, fucking hell. That's a shit roll. 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage.
With 13 extra for sneak attack.
As this arrow just... and where there's one arrow in the eye, the other one just lands there, and you can see the head just sort of lolls to the side and weakly, very limply lifts.
Fucking hell.
Whoa. Blood is literally covering the lips all over the body at this point. Barely standing.
He's Lord of the Ringsing it. Just taking his arrows.
I will then try and hide again.
Stealth check.
Natural 1. Luckily I have the advantage. Oh, balls. 10. The dice are failing me! I am not hidden, I assume.
You believe you are.
Yeah.
Bear with.
Ooh, what's going on?
You are hidden from DS.
That'll do.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'll take that.
Dargon.
Is that, what is it, G next to me or whatever?
G underneath, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Hammer to the face.
Hammer smash face.
Booming blade, though, sorry. Booming blade.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's not going to hit. That's a 3 plus something, so I'm pretty sure that ain't going to hit. Oh no, 12.
Is the magic number. Roll damage.
Oh.
Bloody hell.
I was close.
That's just no, yes. The DS, one of them. 5 plus 6 is 11. Sorry.
11 damage.
Plus.
Doesn't
Okay.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, okay, plus 4. Fine.
He did.
As just you not only kill this creature, but you send it careening into the tent.
Okay, bonus
Anything
action.
else you wish to do on your turn?
Yes. Now, I may have... well, you can tell me whether I should have said it before, but bonus action, retrieve my hand axe from summoning it.
Which one?
I can only summon the Blink hand axe because I'm currently holding my Warhammer.
Blink. That's fine.
So, and
Fine.
I
So you
shall...
just reach. Blink.
and I will use my second attack to throw my hand axe at DS. Is it with advantage? Is it with normal or disadvantage? I.e., 20 feet away or more. With
that
him
will
being
be
up in
more,
the
so
air.
that will be a disadvantage.
Fine. We shall roll and see what the fuck happens.
Are you going to miss the step up into the air? Because that'd be funny as fuck.
No, I can choose to do it.
Just appears up in the air like...
Shit.
Oh. Okay, first of all, one of them's a natural fucking 20.
And
Motherfucker.
the second one,
We've had about 7
17.
of them tonight.
17 plus shit.
Oh. Oh, you got
17
disadvantage,
will
didn't you?
17 plus 9, so 26 will hit. So that's that.
6.
Love it.
how do you want to do this?
That's the. I mean.
One hit.
Oh, beautiful. I
Literally
mean.
one hit point.
Okay. Blink hand axe has got to fling up, take his head off, and then summon back to my hand.
Nice.
Nice. So almost in a boomerang type move, you just arch it up, and this hand axe just. And there is that briefest moment where the hand axe is back in your hand, and the head. As the body then drops, as the body drops and hits the floor, the orb smashes on the floor.
Oh,
I need
Fuck.
Kirik, Dargon, and Bothrid to make dexterity saving throws. Please.
Oh, shit.
I was tempted to aim for that with my arrow at one point. I'm glad I didn't.
Oh no, that's 11.
Dexterity saving throw.
You're all renowned for those.
Oh god, no.
Was that a natural 1? 3.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Anybody that doesn't get 15 or over takes 35 points of cold damage. Bothrid save.
Oh, that's right.
Hang, whoa, wait. Cold damage.
So you take
Cold
nothing.
damage.
Yeah, motherfucker. I don't get any.
And then half for
So
Kirik.
as this just energy
35
just
would be
bursts
18.
out, so that will be 18 points of damage.
18.
18 points of cold damage. So
And
there's
Bothrid
just this
saved.
icy explosion. Bothrid saved. Bothrid literally
I'm
just
on
made
24.
And we are out of combat.
I like staying far away. I don't take any damage.
What's
And
Bothrid
that is
at?
where we are going to leave it tonight as well.
Oh, now that was a good fight.
I'm fucking ransacking them tents.
Oh man, yeah you are. Right.
Desecrating some
So-
corpses.
Took a while to get into it. Well, not to get into it, but to get there. I think we enjoyed a little bit of combat after a few weeks off. But thank you once again for joining us on episode 20, which is insane. Thank you for the support. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Again, if you want that cheeky discount from Battle Bards, then be sure to go and register and enter Malt of Magic as your discount code. Huge thank you to my players. I can't thank them enough. They are awesome. The RP is awesome. The combat is getting so much better. Not that it wasn't awesome in the first place anyway, but yeah, just a thank you once again, and we shall see you next week.